Okay, going live. Going live for a little bit. Hopefully this sounds okay. It always sounds better. It always seems to sound way better after the fact. I'll try not to talk too loudly either on this here. Invited Raleigh Spencer to try to join me on this live. I'm on nap duty here again. Life is down at the beach and I'm on nap duty here again. So, um, just laughing at myself right now. Yep, there we go. YouTube just got the email. Now live on your channel, Future After Lawn Care. So we're still at Sunset Beach, but we're going to go over some Sunset Beach Island home properties here through a Century 21 realtor. Thought this would be kind of a cool thing to do, guys. I don't know if it has the square footage on here. I don't think it does. 2 beds, 1 bath. Wow. Goodness sakes. It's ridiculous, but wait till some people kind of hop on here and kind of rifle through some of these homes here. This is insane. I think Raleigh Spencer might join us here. I'm not sure. He's out there mowing right now. Man, it's hot. It's been a good vacation, ups and downs, but it's definitely hot here right now. Of course, it's hot on the last day. It was quite hot and humid on the first day. Then the entire week's been pretty warm, but there's almost been no humidity, and the beach has been pretty empty, which is an amazing thing. The beach has actually been pretty darn empty, and that's a really good blessing from the Lord that we're able to come down here and don't have to deal with a ton of people on the beach. Although we're leaving tomorrow morning, Labor Day is this upcoming week as a fly, so I'm sure it will be a little bit busy then. See if I can kill this fly live on air for us. Get out, get away. So now you guys are probably out there mowing right now, coming out of that cold snap that we were in. That's kind of funny that it got that chilly. Lows for us, I mean, I was down here, so the lows were only in like the low 60s, high 50s here, but back at home, get down into the mid to low 40s. I got a buddy who lives up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and they were getting lows in the mid to upper 30s. That's like, holy smokes, fall weather. That's a little tasteful sign of fall coming in here. So see if anyone hops on here and kind of rifle off some of these home prices here. This is quite ridiculous here on these homes. And these aren't even, I don't think these are even beachfront homes. A couple of these might be, but not in subdivision. That's these are wild. So we're going to talk about the kind of the future after lawn care right now. When it's all said and done, what are you guys going to be doing? What do you want to get into? I clearly can't cut grass forever, so really just want to know what's up with you guys. What are your goals? What are your visions that you want for your lawn care business when everything is said and done? When the Lord, by His sovereign will, shuts down your business, and leave a comment. So far, no one's viewing, but that's okay. That's usually how it is. But that's why we keep doing these keep doing these live streams. So it's good to be on dad duty here again. I'm just laughing. My wife just came up the stairs and she's laughing at me. I took my son with my brother to the pier today here on Sunset Beach, and we got some food and walked the pier a bit. It was a good time. Man, reading off these prices is absolutely insane. Like, so let me show you this one. This is a house that's not even, it's 741 square feet, and it's going for $389,000. But it's in Sunset Beach. It's not even close. I mean, it's close to the beach. It's probably like a couple blocks, but it's not even on the beachfront. And that property is $389,000. My house is 1,100 square feet, and we paid $215 for it. So this house is quite a bit smaller, and it's actually part of a like complex here. Looks like a kind of like a condo association, and that's $389,000. It was built in 1982. Man, even getting into something like that, we can save our money, lawn care, invest. try to do that. But what's the proper way that you guys kind of invest and kind of budget your money? I'm always curious. Let's see if anyone else has joined me yet. I don't think Raleigh can. No, he's not on there. Maybe when he comes on, we'll just keep this rolling here. But you guys are probably out there in the field mowing right now, and I'm going to be doing that this upcoming week. Going to be coming back to some shaggy lawns, but you know what? That's okay. It's just kind of roll with it. It's good to have some time to get away and just relax and just bask in the Lord's creation here. So I'm not sure if Cameron Duncan will be hopping on here. I know Greg's mowing, that's why I didn't invite him. It's good to have some time doing my fatherly duty here. And it's just hot. I don't know why I'm complaining about 85 degrees. It's probably close to 90 here today, but it's hot, and we'll go back home, and it won't be as hot, but the grass will be growing, different types of grasses down here, and it's just been a big blessing of a trip to just be able to reflect back and recharge the old lawn care batteries, if you know what I mean. My batteries needed a good recharge, and this is the perfect time to do it, is on a vacation. It looks like there should be someone sitting next to me, but no, it's just me. It's just a really awkward angle that I have it on because I'm trying to get the best lighting, and I actually have my phone propped up on a Bible that's leaning on an iPad, and the support brace is my water bottle. It's pretty wild. It's pretty funny to see, but we're talking about kind of the future after lawn care here right now. What do you guys want to do? I mean, I would love to get into investment properties and build some passive income that way, but you got to have the capital to do it. It can take time, and lawn care is certainly a reliable profession and job and vocation where you can build wealth that way too in the long run. I mean, things take time, and if the Lord wills to grow your, I guess, money over time, then to God be the glory. But we got to put in the hard work too. I mean, nothing's free in life. This whole entire lawn care business has just been hard work. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Money does not grow on trees. And so what we try to do is just be God's stewards. He's placed us here on this green earth and allotted different portions of time. It talks about in the book of Acts, and he has some people in Missouri, some people in Georgia, some people in Indiana, some people in Canton, Kentucky, all over. And so he's placed you, and we need to be stewards of this. And, you know, it would be really nice to maybe one day, I mean, I was thinking about maybe leaving Metro Detroit, Michigan, and maybe going down to a southern state. We've kicked around the idea of Tennessee, if not Tennessee, Florida. And if we stayed in Michigan, I would probably just move up north just to be away from people. Not sure what I'd do up there. It would definitely have to be in the retirement time of my life, because I don't know if I could really, if you think about it, I really don't know if I could keep a busy and successful lawn care business up north, because they don't even mow the lawns weekly up there. It's maybe like every other week, or maybe even every 3 weeks, which is not enough to provide. And then that being the case, you'd really have to mow. You'd probably have to mow. I mean, you have to solo smaller lawns, but well into the 100 lawn count out there. And then the prices for even doing snow. They're used to snow, like up there in northern Michigan. They get snow a lot more than we do in southern Michigan, and snow prices are different. You're gonna make more money plowing snow in southeastern Michigan than you would be up north, because they're just so used to it. I mean, sure, you could go up there to make some extra income, which would be nice. Takes me about 3.5 hours to get to a decent, area up north in northern Michigan, but that would really be tough. But yeah, talking about moving eventually down the line, maybe Tennessee. I mean, it'd be really cool to retire in Sunset Beach here on an island. I mean, we're saying that now, but then once you actually move and do that, you'd quickly be bored. But that's where you would change your style of life. I mean, I could see myself doing lawn care in a southern state, or maybe a state with different clients. That would force you to. It would really force you to expand your services and offer a different service, which would really just help hone and sharpen your skills. And maybe I wouldn't be intense mowing here if I moved into a southern state, but I could get into something else, like more of the landscaping end, more of pavers, really hardscapes. Hardscaping is big. There's some overhead with that too. You have to have the proper equipment. It's an investment to get into some of the hardscapes there. You have to actually know what you're doing, not just do slop work. I haven't thought about getting into sod. Sod installation would be fairly nice to get into. It just takes a little bit of a skill and a finesse and a time, but it can be done. Man, I'm astounded by some of these properties here. Man, you got a home that's $509,000. This is not even on the beachfront, and it's the same size as my house. And yeah, this is about 1,100 square feet, and it's 509,000, and it's on the 27th Street of Sunset Beach. So it's just cool to kind of set some goals, like our future after lawn care. That's where we're kind of talking about like what we want to do. Obviously, this is the Lord has to will this. We can put in all the hard work and stuff, but then sometimes God won't provide in that way. It'd be cool to it's just cool to just do things with the family. And I've been reflecting on this because got a chance to get away here. And it's just a blessing to be with your family, not always so hyper focused on the business. Although my gracious wife did invoice the clients yesterday for August. Everyone got 3 cuts. So she sent out those invoices on Yardbook. She's actually much faster sending out the invoices on Yardbook than I am. I'm just kind of slow. I don't know if you guys use Yardbook or whatever CRM you have, but I've always been pokey on Yardbook, even though I know how to navigate the app and do everything fine. I'm just kind of slow. Some guys use LMN. I know Jobber's another popular one, but what do you guys use? As a side question, what do you guys use for your CRM? You know, I talked about this before on the show. Okay, this is fly. That's just funny. The fly's biting me here right now. And this is the price you pay to move down near a beach. But we used to send physical invoices in the mail back out in the day. Praise God, my dad helped me with that. That was mind-numbing. You had to print out. I think at the time we had about 50 to 60 accounts, give or take, and you got to print out hard bills and physical bills, and we did it like that for a long time. We did it like that, and then we finally switched everyone over to just email invoicing. Before I even knew, this is before I even knew about Yardbook, we just sent an email invoice, and it would just have the subject field be like whatever it was, and then I just list the dates in the month and how many cuts, and we'd send it out that way too. And people like that. We did that for a long time until I don't know. I started using the Yardbook probably 6-7 years ago, and I just been using the free version for my type of lawn care business. What I'm doing, you don't need to pay for any extra service on that. If you wanted to get into the credit card payment processing, we've talked about that, and Greg and I have kicked that idea around, but we're really not all for getting everyone on that type of processing. It's just I mean, you wouldn't tell them there's a fee. You would just basically say, hey, we're switching on over to this because of this. Here's the new price. Do it like that. Most people might find that convenient because you can just run their card right there on the spot and get insta-paid by everyone, which is also nice. But we want to give that customer, because I only have like not even maybe 2 or 3 customers that pay me kind of slow. So I'm not sitting there pressed on money. And so the card payment really hasn't, I guess, interested me all that much. I mean, there's Stripe, there's different programs. I know Tony Rudolph with Tony's Lawn Care Talk. He recently got everyone on the card payments, and he loves it. So I mean, to each their own. I don't know if he had issues with people paying, but I have 96, 97 lawns, and I never in my 15-year run had too much of an issue with people paying me. Sure, I've had to take people to small claims court like once or twice, and then one of my lawyer friends sent a client a letter because he owed me $500, and for whatever reason he wasn't paying me. So that letter worked. Once he got that, he instantly paid me. So do you guys like to use the CRM, CRM with the credit card payment and feature? I know a lot of guys do. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not really all privy to the fees, but everything has fees these days, so you can't really get around that. I mean, all of our insurance rates have gone up with lawn care. I got commercial auto, general liability, got my truck and my trailer insured, things like that. And What do you guys insure? We had a guy on the show. We talked about insurance. Thought that was an interesting show because I don't know that much about it. So it's good to have someone on that knows more than you do. And that's how we grow. Really, that's really how we grow in this lawn care industry. So I mean, I'm looking forward to coming back, getting back on the field Monday, mowing. Gonna try to get my fat butt out of the door. Probably wake up around 5:30. Sharpen the blades on the Bobcat 52 ZS 4000 that we still have. Then I'll sharpen the blades on the Multi-Force or the Multi-Force. How do you guys call it? Do you guys call it the Multi-Force or do you call it the Multi-Force? I've always called it the Multi-Force. And then get after it this upcoming Monday. They'll be a little long. Might actually cut them all on the same length, or maybe just cut them all on 3.5. Before I left, we cut them all on 3.25, which for the Multi-Force, that's a nice length there. So not sure, but praise God that it all kind of slowed down. It got cold, as we were leaving for Sunset Beach. So maybe the growth won't be a week. Maybe the lawn growth will be close to 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 days out. So it's cool to know. So what are you guys up to? We've had some viewers on here, but what are you guys up to here right now? I'm checking the comments. Kind of hard to see if some ever come through, but just want to hear your guys' opinion on things. Leave a comment below. Let me know what's going on. How can we give you advice to help your business? It'll always be free because we've learned a lot from you guys too. We've had several guests here on the show now, and that's just been an absolute blessing to have other guys on to talk about the struggle and the day-to-day of your lawn care business. And it's wild to see, it's wild to hear where guys have come from and where they're going. We just did an interview with someone. We airing this upcoming week. It's just cool to see how guys have dabbled and gotten into lawn care, which it starts out as a kind of a part-time gig. Then it'll kind of morph into like an actual career. And a lot of guys are going this way just because of the freedom. And this is so great being a business owner like this, is we have the freedom to choose when we want to work, how long we want to work. But the price we pay to that is if we don't work, we're not getting paid. I mean, that's with any job, but it'd be kind of nice to be on a paid vacation and things like that. Like lawn dudes don't get paternity leave, and that's okay. I mean, the price that we get and darn flies, the kind of the price that we pay is sure. I mean, we may not get paid vacation leave, but we can set our own hours and do whatever we want, and that's clearly an awesome thing. Don't know if Cameron Duncan's been hopping in here. I'm seeing a viewer keep on coming in and keep on coming out. So, I mean, looking at these houses here is absolutely wild. Like, here you go. Here, hold on here. I muted my mic there and it kind of just cut me out. The most expensive house here is a 4,900 square foot home that I'm fairly certain is not even on the beachfront. Can't tell, but it's $3.8 million. Here's a beachfront home, 1.899 million. Another one, 1.6 million, 1.6 million. Main Street, 1.5 million. These are, I mean, can't really see this, guys, but these homes, if I get close, if you can kind of look, I can't really tell. Yeah, you can't tell there. Beachfront property, future after lawn care. That's a question that we've been rolling out here, and we want to ask you guys that. How do you guys do it? Do you do a traditional IRA? Do you do a Roth IRA? What's your opinion? And we always want to know what other guys are doing, and you can help us out. It'll be curious that there's guys that have up north homes in their states. They got an up north cottage about 3 hours and some change away. It was a family thing, and it's a family cottage, and that's could be inherited to your name. And it's just, when you get into lawn care, I was single, I wasn't married. I got married 5 years ago. I have a kid, got a baby on the way. And so we just been talking about kind of like the future. It's really good to plan, but you don't want to plan too far ahead. I try to plan out. I mean, I'm a type of guy, I plan maybe 1 to maybe 2 years ahead. I don't get that far ahead. Like, what's your 5-year goals? I mean, that's nice to do, but realistically, things change, and you don't know what the Lord's going to do in your life, or what trials and tragedies or maybe blessings will happen. And that's what we kind of want to know. I invited Raleigh Spencer to the stream, and he's with the uh what's his podcast? It was the East Kentucky Lawn Care Bros. Now it's called Backwoods Lawn Talk. Man, I just went a total blank on there. Yeah, Backwoods Lawn Talk. You get a different perspective on Raleigh's show. It's kind of a southern take on lawn care, and he's a good guy here in this industry. He's been in the business for I think about 3 years now, maybe going into his fourth year. But yeah. So your future after lawn care. Do you guys mess around with the stocks? I'm on a couple different apps. I kind of invest into Stash and Coinbase, a little bit of cryptocurrency. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm only plunking just a couple $100 now, just trying to figure out how things work. I've talked about this several times. You want to grow your knowledge of just information while you're mowing. Best way we do that is through podcasts, not even listening to us, just audiobooks. Although lately I have been listening to some music while I've been mowing. It's just good to change because there's only so much of just really only so much of just books and podcasts I can listen to. Clearly, yes, I do listen to all the guys in the LCBU group. That's the Lawn Care Brothers Unite group. But sometimes it's really good just to sit back and to listen to music. And then the other question that we can talk about here, though, too, is how long do you want to be in the lawn care business? I mean, this is my 15th year. Should I go 10 more years? Should I go 20 more years? And we know Cameron Duncan with the Lawn Care Life in Missouri. He's been in this for 20 years. That's a good chunk of time. We have Andy Wilson with the Lawn Hustle podcast. He's been in the business 17 years. Aaron Sutter has been in the business for, I think, 11 years now. I've been 15. You guys, there's some guys who I've talked to who've been in this business for 40 years. And do I want to be in, like, what's your future? Do you want to be in this business for that long? Clearly, if I have some more people in my family, sons, I have a son, he's 2.5. I think we might have another son on the way, not sure. Do I want them to get in and join me in the lawn care endeavor? Could I turn that into a little mini empire? Could that be the future? Could I build their future that way? There's many questions to kind of ask and ponder, because I think we really are in the best position in this industry because we have the final say. The lawn guys have the final say with everything. Sure, okay, the Lord predicts the weather. We always can't make our plans, but the Lord does establish our steps. Our industry is so, I mean, for the majority of it, the guys are super kind. We are all in this to help each other out. You're driving down the road, and it's so cool. I'll see lawn trucks I don't even know. They'll look at me. I don't even have my truck marked. It's just a Dodge Ram dump insert trailer, but they might see my shirt. Oh, hey, there we go, Cousin Kenny, guys. There are great family stories in this industry. There are indeed. I'm getting bit by a fly. Kenny is our photographer for the Equip Expo and our video guy too. And Kenny's down there in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Kenny's been shooting photos for basically over 50 years, but Kenny knows a lot about stuff, and he's got a really good guy that cuts his lawn, and he's had to raise his price though too to just keep up with just the insurance rates. And it's not gas, it's just insurance rates, and cost of equipment has been through the roof, but it is what it is. I've talked about this before. My Toro Multiforce, I bought it 2 years ago, and I paid it off, and it jumped $4,000. It jumped $4,000 in 2 years, and that is absolutely wild. And it is what it is, but I would rather have parts that are built in this beautiful country. Kind of checking out some more of these houses here. I think there are some, like, you have one here, doesn't really show the house. It's for 1.3 million, 2,700 square feet. It's not in the sub, and it says it's on Sunset Beach. It's on Shore Drive, so it's really cool to kind of look at this. And you guys should, like, do this too. I've always thought about, I'm in the great position for where I am financially with our house. I mean, sure, I have to pay it off, but my interest rate is 2.75%. Made about $100,000 in equity. Talking about maybe moving on to a slightly bigger home and then having someone else rent our house and then command some passive income. Clearly, their mortgage payment would be to pay for the house. And then then they would I'd make an extra $900 a month, and that'd be pretty cool. I don't really want to move to a bigger home quite yet until we've grown our family more, and just the interest rates. I mean, I would probably get in between a 5 or I think it's 4 to 6%, and you can't beat a 2.75% interest rate right now. So I'm kind of stuck where I am, but that's okay. Always, always, always don't listen to these influencers who they show off all their flashy stuff here in this industry. Don't get me wrong, they've worked hard for it, but live below your means. You don't need a $2 million home and a pole barn and all this stuff. Sure, if it's in your budget to do it, that's great. Just make sure you budget, but live considerably below your means. Do not buy a new vehicle. There's like literally no point. Mowers are different, but that's different buying like a new mower. I err more times than not on the side of buying a new mower than a used one because I just don't trust people. They're like, yeah, I put 500 hours on it, and they don't tell you that they've completely ran into something or something wrong with the engine. But you don't buy new stuff and don't get all obsessed over the flashy things, even in this industry. If I were to buy a new truck down the line, I'd probably buy a used 2500 of some like either a Silverado or a Ram of some sort. I've been kicking it like around, but you buy a used vehicle that has low miles on it. I mean, this is basic. I mean, I'm telling you things that people already know, but guys get all wrapped up into the new stuff. There's no point to buy a new vehicle because as soon as you drive it off the lot, there goes $20,000 to $30,000 off the rip. I think mowers kind of hold their value maybe a tad bit better. Got to keep them clean. I'm telling you, you can make any mower look like it's brand new since day one if you were to power wash it off 2 days a week. I power wash mine off maybe every other week, but and mine still looks fairly new. That's just the key with the mowers. It's key with any sort of upkeep. Guys don't upkeep their stuff in this industry at all. I mean, you're rolling down the street and you see some of these guys and they're literally it's like, are you trying to deter business? It's quite amusing there. Just to see how they don't really care for their mowers, or you get the seats ripped, or you have one like armrest down there. Sure, I get it. Like you're doing things to try to save money, but it's just looking a tad better. Not so much in debt Dan or chucking the trucks. I mean, we all say that. We all have kind of been there. We all have kind of been there at one point or not. The chucking the truck. Praise God, I was never the in debt Dan, but um, it just astounds me that guys just don't care. There's a lot of guys in this industry that they just don't care. There's this guy, he mows in subs that I mow in. Clearly, all of his stuff's paid off, and he mows a decent amount of lawns kind of near me. But he'll butcher these lawns down to like yellow gray grass, if that makes sense. Like he cuts them so low and leaves a whole bunch of discharge on the top. But for whatever reason, these people still have him cut their lawn. Doesn't even edge it. And I just sit there and shake my head, and I'm not changing my position on this. I take the most pride I can in this because it's good to stamp a freshly striped and edged and blown off lawn, and that's really how you have to do it. That's how I've built my route density. The best way to build route density is to be a little bit OCD and target neighborhoods. I've thought about restructuring maybe this upcoming year, targeting more so 1,000 square foot homes rather than the 2,000 to 3,000 square foot homes that are like $45 to $50. I can target homes in my neighborhood, which is about $40 homes, and just crank out those all on like one street. It's a simple 5 pass front yard, and then the backyard's like the same thing. Those are really the homes that you want to target. Sure, you can target the bigger lawns. If you're going to do a bigger lawn, I would stay away from the lawns where you have to do a ton of trimming unless you really factor in um, your pricing. That's the difficult thing is people live in areas though too where you can't always price boutique, and you're kind of maxed out just based off the income. Sure, you can find the right people to pay over time, but really in reality that can be pretty tough if you're in an area where they're bigger lawns, more of like lower income. Raleigh Spencer has talked about this, and he's been trying to max people out but not rip them off, and that's where you have to draw that fine line. But changing up your target service area is huge in this industry here. I can't tell if there's more comments. This is like not loading here for me. It's just, you should see the way that I have this, guys. It's quite funny. But yeah, I'm thinking about this upcoming year changing, maybe dropping 10 to 12 more lawns and then targeting lawns in my ranch style neighborhood where their houses are smaller, they're all close to each other. That way you can go right down the line. And then how I do it, we talk about this all the time. How I would do it is flat out flyers. You could advertise on Facebook groups um, with videos. That's free. Do that. Do the free stuff first. Obviously, Google Business Profile. I know Aaron Sutter with the Mowing in the Dark podcast. He's had some issues with his Google Business Profile. If you want to go hear about that, check out his podcast. He's a solid guy, but I've gotten more business off of a Google Business Profile and doing the most basic amount of things to it than I have of any sort of flyer. And I'll try to upload. I haven't been very good at this, but you want to try to upload one picture a week to your Google Business Profile because that really helps rank you top there in the search. And I know it's true because I've gotten calls from people in cities that have been half an hour and sometimes 2 hours away. Heck, I even got a call from a guy in Missouri where Cameron Duncan lives, and I called him back and said, "Hey, I don't service your area, but I know this guy, Grassmaster Lawn Care." I don't know if he ever called him, but I actually got a call from someone who was in a complete different state. However, that's searched, but my location on Google Business, it's set for Metro Detroit. Don't even have a address on there. I kind of got grafted in before they forced you to have an address. Mine's just a service area, and it works just like that. It's pretty astounding. Also, tangent here, got these shirts on Amazon. They're $39. It's like a fishing outdoor ultraviolet 50 shirt. I'm going to start wearing these now for lawn care because you look a tad more professional here like this. Okay, it's a salmon color, so it blends right in with my burned face. I was actually out there fishing the past couple of days, caught 2 mackerel, but yay big. I know. Not very big. Apparently the mackerel don't eat shrimp, they eat plankton. So they said that they were impressed that I caught any sort of mackerel with shrimp. And then what I should have done, which I didn't do, the mackerel that I did catch, I should have cut that off and then threw that out there in the water to see what kind of other fish that I could have caught. I used to go fishing all the time when I was younger. Even when I had the lawn care business, there was retention ponds by lawns that I mowed, and they just stock them with bass. They absolutely stocked them with some largemouth bass, and I would just go and fish that, and that was a lot of fun. I kind of want to get back into that. You know, this also tacks on to a future after lawn care. What type of hobby and skill do you want to hone and sharpen towards the tail end of your lawn care business or during? I kind of want to get into being a better carpenter. I can fix up about anything around my house. Okay, clearly there's certain things that I can't, but as the man and the provider, you got to know how to swing a hammer to a nail. You know, I'm not the best at framing and cutting things out, but because of the lawn care business, guys, if you listen to one thing, hear this today. Because of my lawn care business, I am not afraid to try a new skill, to do something that I might not know, and see if I can do a decent job at it. It's because when I started out, I didn't even know how to do oil changes on my mower, but I figured that out. Now I can do the hydro oil changes on my mower. I change all the spark plugs. I can change the belts. I can probably interchange or change out most of the parts in my mower, but the things that I can't do, you take it to the shop. But what do you do to the guys at the shop? Rather than just dropping it off and tell them to fix it, no. Ask them, hey, how'd you fix that? Hey, how'd you do it? And more times than not, these mechanics will gladly tell you, hey, here's how I did it. And that's how you really shine and be better than the other guys. Sure, don't go around like Mr. Know-It-All and think you know more than the next guy. There's always a guy in the industry. Greg and I will tell you first, there's always guys who know more than you in this industry. And it's glad to help the guys that know more, and we help the guys that don't know as much. We're all kind of helping each other out here, and that's what we're really trying to bring back to this industry. Also, side note, getting excited for the expo, not even for just seeing guys, but going to the prayer breakfast. It won't actually be at the expo, but it'll be next to the expo. Go to tradesforchrist.org. It'll be at a hotel right next to the expo, the Crown Plaza Hotel. Greg and I would love to see you guys out. Come for fellowship, learn about Christ, and most important, okay, Jesus should be the most important, but food, good breakfast food. That's what we're really excited about. Is that it's what is the expo's almost 2 months away? Yeah. No, it's like less than 2 months away now. It's just crazy. Time is absolutely flying. The expo will be here. We transition out of the expo. We get more cleanups, and then it'll be snow. I'm not really looking forward to snow, but I've talked about this, guys. Do you think I should take this risk? You think I should get into the snow game with my multi-force? I'm thinking about doing it because I can get a hold of an open 7x10 utility trailer, and I can get in with a multi-force plow and liquid weighted wheels. So where I'm buying my stuff, I don't even buy my stuff from my local dealer. I've been buying it from Sean Spencer's dealer, Schleybaugh, Apple Creek, Ohio. I highly recommend, guys. Excuse me. Hold on. I like burp here. Highly recommend that you buy from them because they're family owned. They're the Amish. They're the best. They're the lowest price. They'll ship to you. They ship me a Toro mulch force bucket, but I'm looking to maybe get in to the plowing game. Kind of introduce my multi-force to the plowing game. I think it would run me about $800. They would be liquid wheels. They're a tad wider than the traditional wheel weights. They're supposed to be better because they're heavier, because I weigh about 170 pounds. And when you're out there plowing snow using the multi-force, you got to be a little bit heavier for it, or you're not going to grip. And even doing 4 to 5 inches of heavy, wet snow, if you don't weigh enough, guess what? You're not going to be moving that plow very well. Even with the low flow kit and everything that they have on there, you're not going to be able to move with it very well. And so it's cool to know that that Schleybaugh came up with this deal for the liquid weighted wheels. Never heard of that. See, that's where you learn. Until you call around and ask about stuff, you won't know. Sure, you can learn things online. We're constantly on lawn care Facebook groups, but until you actually get out there and see it for yourself, you don't know. And I'll be the first one to tell you that I don't know a lot, but that's why we give away our wisdom totally for free. We never put up a paywall for you guys to hear about free advice. You should not pay for any sort of event in this industry when most, if not everything you can hear is for absolutely free. Just go online, talk to guys. That's a great thing about going to the expo, though, too, is talking to guys from different states. What do they do? That's the best way to really learn, sharpen, and to grow your business. So I think I'm going to land the plane here. Got some viewers on here. I know Cousin Kenny was watching, but subscribe, guys, and we will see you in the next one.